Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showcasing all of the DLC weapons in Lies of P Overture, and there's some really cool weapons. Like for example, do you know you can do this and rocket yourself around the levels with the Lorenzini Bolt handle, and you can actually change this out and put different weapons on it. There's some really cool abilities, like even this here, which can give you different types of dashes, so you dash around like lightning there. So I'll be breaking down all these different weapons and showcasing their abilities. The first one I want to highlight is the Royal Horn Bow here. So I'm going to be using this with 34 in each of my stats just to show a fair spread between the two of these, or all these weapons here. So with the Horn Bow, it's classified as a dagger. It scales up your technique here. But what's really big about the bow is it's a nice secondary weapon. So you can fire shots at the enemies here. It does okay damage. It's best used when you're exploring and going against enemies that you might not normally be able to hit. The big thing though is its Fable Art gives you a dash there, so you can literally get away from the enemies really quickly. And if you dash and fire a shot, it gives you another dodge. So you do your dodge, fire a shot, you jump back, giving you even more iframes. Now this is great if you need to break posture on a boss. You can see there, we broke posture from so far away, and it also allows you to do a critical hit against the target there. So much like Elden Ring Night Rain adding critical hits to bows, you can do critical hits with this bow. It also has this ability here, so you can do a charge attack, which is pretty strong. You see there, breaking posture with it, so it's an effective bow. I would recommend using your Fable Arts for this dodge attack here, because sometimes if you get someone comes up close to you and you need to get away, you can just dodge like that and fire off another shot. So this is best utilized as a weapon that's paired alongside something else, just because the damage output isn't as high as the rest. And the Death Talons next. This is a boss weapon that you can get. This one you also can disassemble, similar to the bow. Has A technique, scaling, and D in motivity. Now, what's nice about this is the high critical hit chance that you get from this weapon. So this makes you feel like Wolverine. This is the normal attacks here. It's okay, but you want to go into your berserk form. So you can go with the left button plus Y, and then you get a much faster attack here. And it does more damage. It's going to give you a high critical hit chance rate. It's just an overall pretty fun weapon, especially if you like the movie. If you like Wolverine, you're at home with this weapon. Or if you like Claws in any other Souls games, you definitely want to use its ability though, the rampage there. So the left bumper press with the Y button, because otherwise the damage potential is not as high as some of the other weapons. So again, left bumper plus Y here, you can do that there, and then that gives you those extra fast attacks. So what's cool about this is you can also, if you're using the Aegis shield, you can also still stab with this. I mean, with all weapons you can, but this gives you some defensive options if you need it. I think this weapon's pretty fun, and if you use the, yeah, you can see there, if you got the rampage built up there, and then use the Fable Arts, it gives you a crazy attack here. This just looks really cool, and it's really a nice weapon overall. Great for applying statuses because it's so quick too, so yeah, this is definitely worth trying out if you like it. And next I'll highlight the Puppet of the Future's Welder Blade. So with this weapon, it has D scaling and technique, C in motivity, and B in advanced, so it's mostly an advanced based weapon. It's a great sword though. It has the overheat stab and the fire amplification. This doesn't play like your traditional greatsword because your main attack is just a flamethrower. Now that's pretty good. It also has the charge attack here, which you can go in and do that. You also have the left bumper plus Y gives you an even bigger fire attack there, so yeah, you can buff yourself up with it and then fully charge up there. It's decent damage. You can also swap out different weapons onto it, which is cool. So if you want to use a different blade, it does change the ticks of damage. So you can mess around and find different speeds for that if you'd like. Yeah, this is more so a flamethrower than a melee weapon, but the big thing with this is the fire, and you can swap out the blade if you want to have something a little different. But it does have a really great reach because of this charge attack here. It does give you see there, we made our way to the target. So yeah, I like this because it just looks really cool, but it's not going to be the strongest weapon here from the DLC. And the Arc Guardian Blade here, this one is incredible. So it's got the same V scaling in advanced there, C in technique, D in motivity. It's got the Thunderbolt and Electric Discharges attacks. So you first use the Thunderbolt there to give yourself that extra lightning damage, so you can stack up statuses really easily with this blade. So you can see there, we now have lightning on the enemy, so you can do lightning and like fire together. But it gives you a cool dash there. There's the ability, so you can do this little Miku beam attack with left bumper plus Y, so you can just shoot lightning at the target. That stacks up a lightning charge really quickly, so this is a good weapon against any type of puppet enemies. So the attack speed before doing the lightning, boom, boom, boom. And then after we do the lightning, boom, 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 comes out a bit quicker. But the big thing is the dashes that look awesome, kind of like Bloodhound Step or the Blink Bolt, so yeah, I think this is a pretty fun weapon. I just like the beam attack, and anything that gives statuses is always a good weapon in my books. And speaking of elemental weapons, we have the Silent Evangelist Mace head here. So again, this is another one that can be mixed with others, but it has the acid spray and linked payback swing. So this is about applying acid to the enemy. It doesn't do it on its main attack here, so it just does normal damage, but you can go with the Y attack there and you can just spew out the acid there and then apply the acid status. And it also has this attack here, so you can do this following up with another attack. Yeah, it's pretty decent overall. I think this is a weapon that could be useful if you need any extra acid damage, but the LB plus Y gives you that charge attack there. Pretty decent, and then you can follow it up with the spraying attack. So yeah, this one is nice. It's a big blunt heavy weapon, so it does attack slowly, but I think it's cool, especially if you are a fan of the acid damage, and the Fable art is really fun on this as well. And next is the Lorenzini Bolt blade here. So this has the explosive shot and single stab, B scaling technique, C in motivity. Now what's great about this weapon is when you run with it, so you're sprinting and then press R2 or right trigger, you get this crazy rocket attack where you fly around like that, giving you insane amounts of range. This, alongside the bow, makes for some of the best weapons to use while exploring in the game, because you can just run around like this, doing crazy attacks like that. Great for mobility. It also has a long reach, so you can see there, just the main attack actually gives you some pretty good reach. With the charge attack, you launch forwards like that. This is also great if you change out the weapon head too. So the charge attack's range is nuts. So yeah, you can see it there. We can hit from so far away with that. Yeah, that a little bit too far there. The main attack there, if you press Y, does an exploding attack, so you can go boom, and then you can literally spam that if you want, releasing all of your Fable energy. So it's pretty good damage, honestly. Yeah, able to get a lot in there. And then the left bumper plus Y attack as well is pretty good. You get a huge thrust there. So yeah, I just love this running plus attack there. So this is cool. I think this is one of my favorite weapons now, getting to use it a little bit more. It's just incredible, the mobility that you get with it. Now, another weapon that's actually really strong is the Vendetta head here. So this is almost on the different end of the spectrum. This is for if you're big on parrying. This is B scaling motivity, C and technique. It has the strength and explosion and patient swing. Now, where this weapon really shines is if you're able to get the parries down. So going against an enemy that's going to be able to parry it, you can get a buff. You see there, one lights on, and I missed that. Every time that you get it built up, it gives you another charge, and then you can release that. So if you're a fan of the charge, if you're a fan of going after anything with any type of parry style gameplay, you can see there, big explosion off of that. That's a really big benefit of that. You can also press Y to get it fully charged up there as well. So big exploding attacks, that's really nice. And then again, the big thing is getting those parries down so that you're able to do the big exploding attack there. It does a lot of stagger damage. This weapon is great, and you have that baseball swing if you press left bumper, press Y. So boom, you knock it out of the park with this one. And the best part about this is the stagger damage. So I'm going to be exploring a bunch of different combinations if you pair this with different, pairing the blade and the handle with different weapons, just to see what's all about. Because yeah, this is great for parrying. But if you like dodging instead, there's another really great weapon here. So the Maniac Pinwheel blade, A scaling and motivity, D in technique. This is the biggest looking weapon in the game, but what it does is when you dodge, you can see you're starting to get them spinning, boom. When you dodge, it then has it fully charged up, and then you can get a little extra damage in with your swipes. They are slow, but they hit really hard. So that's one of the nice things about this, is it's a very powerful weapon, best for people that like dodging, similar to the previous weapon there, La Vendetta, great for those that like to parry. This is the dodger's weapon. So the left bumper plus Y gives you the super spinning attack, and you hit multiple times with it. And then just with the Y attack, you do a dodging attack there. So yeah, if your weapon goes out of charge and stops spinning there, you can just press Y to dash forwards and get it fully charged up again, or you can just dodge. You can see there, it does a lot of damage on your swipes there. So it is slow, but very damaging. And from testing, it seems like it's about a 50% increase in your damage once the blades are spinning. Because you can see there, it's just a lot less damaging whenever you don't have them spinning. So this is a great playstyle for those that like to dodge around a lot, because then you can get this blade going a lot quicker. You do have to have it fully charged up to get the biggest benefits out of this weapon. So yeah, I would recommend this weapon if you are someone that likes to panic dodge, because it's just going to give a big benefit to this weapon. Now, the Pale Knight is actually an interesting greatsword. So this can give you the ability to charge up your weapon really quickly. So you get the full salvo and strength and bullet. It's basically a gunblade. If you've played any game that's got a gunblade, you'll know exactly what I mean with this. So it's literally like a pistol. You can see there, it looks like a revolver. So your right trigger there does an exploding attack. Your Y doesn't explode there, and then you can follow it up with another attack. So boom, you can explode that there. And the charge attack is great because with the charge attack, it gives you your Fable charges back really quickly. And you can see there, the first attack is like a gunshot attack, and then you follow it up with another one, kind of doing like the wing stance there. So boom, and then go in for the second one, follow her up. Really useful. And then if you press left bumper plus Y, you get a enhanced version of this, which does extra damage. So yeah, it's a really cool weapon. And the best part about it is the ability to get its Fable ARP charges back pretty quickly. It does hit also like a tank, so that's nice too. But yeah, you can put it into the special ability here, boom, and then follow up with that secondary attack. So two heavy charges are really useful, and then you can blow it up with that range attack there. So really nice blade. I think this is one of my favorites from the DLC. And finally, the best weapon from the DLC is Monad's Rose Sword. B-skilling technique and motivity. This is, I mean, you beat the final boss of this game, you get the best weapon. Blossoming and by the name of Rose. So what this does is it gives you the best Fable art in the world. So you got this normal one, you can press Y to just dash through the enemy. So boom, 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 and then exploding behind them. But the big thing is the left bumper plus Y attack here. So you do literally the most crazy attack in the game. If you've played Devil May Cry, this is basically Judgment Cut End. So yeah, this can shred through the final boss. Just be mindful, you see the durability of this weapon dropping dramatically, and that's even with P organ upgrades. So yeah, this is like the 2 Dragon Sword minus the ability to do the whenever you do your charge attack, it doesn't give you that parry ability, but it does 2 attacks on its charge attack there. And then it comes out, the attacks come out really quickly from this. It's just a normal sword. The critical hits look incredible on it. I love this dash attack that you can continually keep chaining together, and then boom. I think this is one of the most cinematic looking weapons. Boom. Yeah, I love this. It's a great reward for beating the game, and it's definitely the strongest weapon in the game. So yeah, those are all the DLC weapons in Lies of P's Overture. I showcase all the different abilities that these come with. I'll be doing a future video showcasing the different combinations of handles that you can apply to make these even stronger. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, or if you have any ideas for any of these pairings that you really enjoy yourself, let me know in the comments as well. Hit the subscribe button below if you haven't before. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have an incredible day, and we'll see you all in the next video.